Hello everybody, what is up? It is Grey One Ghost here, coming back at you with another video! So today we're reading more of the Huntress / Hunter. I don't even really have a title for it, I guess it's called The Hunter. So last time we read the prologue, chapters 1 and 2. Today we're reading chapters 3 and 4. Let me give you a little recap, just in case you didn't watch the last episode. The main character, Greywing, goes to the library to find out information about her past, because she's not like the rest of the Hunter kids, because she's got these abilities, and she can't find anything. She spends 2 years there, and then when she gives up all hope, she feels something strange, and she discovers a nook in the wall of the library that has all these diaries and information about the Hunters, all about what she is looking for. The creation and the reason why she has these powers. The only thing she finds out is when the last Hunter to have these abilities lived, and she found a prophecy that she's not happy about. The prophecy is that she alone will take the last breath of the last supernatural, because she's the chosen one. She's going to be the last Hunter to ever have these abilities. And she doesn't want to kill anybody. So yeah, so that's where we left off the last time. So let's get on to reading chapter 3, called The Occurrence. Arriving back home, she could hear the voices of her parents in the living room. This can't be good. Greywin, honey, can you come in here, please? Her mother called. Great. What did I do? Hunters are rarely reprimanded. We are taught at a very young age that our actions have consequences that can put everyone in danger. So we don't rebel against our elders. We do what we are told, always. But that's what a normal hunter would do. I'm not a normal hunter. Yes, Mom, she said, entering the room. Sit down. Now, I just got off the phone with Mr. Clark, and he says you haven't been present at your job for quite some time now. Your father here was talking with Paul Newman a little while ago, and he said he saw you coming out of the alley near the library. The library is nowhere near your place of work. Would you like to tell us what is going on here? I can't lie to them. I'd be in much more trouble if I did. Taking a deep breath, she said, Okay, yes, I haven't been going to work for a while now. It just isn't that fun anymore. All the kids who come in make a mess, so I have to clean it up. Well, that explains why whenever I ask Paul to have his son over to train with you, he always denies my request, her dad said. Yeah, I've been sneaking off to the library. You know that place is forbidden to all hunters, her father said sternly. Yes, but why? Every person I ask never gives me a definitive answer. Knowledge of anything other than what you learn at the school is of no importance to us. You are to never go back there again, you hear me? He said, raising his voice. Yes. Go wash up. Go wash up, dear. Dinner will be ready in an hour, her mom said. Heading up to her room, she fell hard onto the bed. I won't need to go back there now anyway. It's useless. There are no answers there, and the internet hasn't been any help either. No one alive has any clue about any of this. You would think with the invention of the internet I could find something. The world has become a smaller place. You can connect with people around the world in seconds. Hunters don't really use the internet that much. We do use it to communicate with other hunters across the water, but that's about it. We stay as unnoticed to the rest of the world as much as we can. I know, though, that it won't be long before we come out of hiding. I had a vision years ago of the day the hunters would make their return. It would be the summer of my 25th year on this planet, and the war between us and the supernaturals would begin again. 3 years has passed now, and my visions of the pending war are coming more and more prominent. I can see myself standing on the battlefield. The bodies of the dead supernaturals lay around me. The last of them stands in front of me, a shifter, with deep brown eyes. Kill me! You took my potential away from me. What do I have left to live for? I cock my gun and fire it at his head. He falls backwards as the life drained out of him. I cry out, "No!" I scream. Raywin wakes, sweat pouring down her forehead. Is there no way of changing my future? Am I really going to have to be the end of them? Those eyes, begging, pleading. They're human eyes, casting human emotions. They are human. They are not beasts. Why can't everyone else see that? I can't do this. There has to be a way out. There has to be. Chapter 4. The Beginning. It was a cool, crisp morning, a bit unusual for a summer day in the south. The sun's rays shone through the wisps of clouds. Graywin woke from another nightmare. This time felt a lot more real, like watching a scene from a movie taking place right in front of her. They are coming. She could faintly hear the sound of the elder saying. From the darkness in front of her emerged a pair of glowing blue eyes. A snarl in her ear was soon followed by the sound of a gun being shot off in the distance. A white light flashed before her eyes as she sprung upright in her bed. The visions had been coming more and more the last few weeks. I know what this all means. The war is drawing closer. Slowly she crept from her room to the bathroom across the hall, splashing water onto her face to help rid her mind of the awful vision she just had. Her mom called from downstairs. "Graywin, get down here!" That's really odd. My parents are usually gone to work by now. Sprinting down the stairs, her heart fell hard. On the TV was the eldest elder. "Thank you all for being here today. We have just received word from our brothers to the west that a bunch of supernaturals have escaped their grasps. 2, I am told, are traveling our way. Today I am canceling all school and businesses. We will be all prepare for their arrival. Be ready. They are coming." Graywin stood there, mouth agape. My vision. It's about to come true. Today is the day the war begins. Her parents jetted around the house, loading guns, stocking the quivers with arrows. Her mother, in the middle of packing their backpacks with other supplies, stopped abruptly as a loud thud came from the front door. Her father went over to answer it. "A message from the eldest, my liege," said the messenger. "Thank you," her father said, taking it from the young boy's hands. "What is it?" her mother asked. "He has ordered us to scout out the gas station on the outskirts of town. He believes they may be heading that way." "Very well. Graywin, honey, you ready?" Graylin hadn't moved from her spot. She was lost in her own thoughts. "I thought I would have more time to figure out what it all meant." "Graywin!" her mother yelled. "Huh? I asked if you were ready." "For what?" she asked, puzzled. "Did you not hear what your father just said?" She shook her head. "Sometimes you disturb me. We have been given orders to scout out the gas station on the outskirts of town. The eldest thinks they may stop there." "Oh. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm ready." "No. I'm not ready for this. I don't want to do this. I want to keep going as things are now, not having to decide who lives or dies." The gas station was 2 hours outside of town by foot. The car, they felt, would draw too much attention. We picked a nice patch of woods facing the parking lot of the station. My parents climbed up into the trees and positioned their sniper rifles. I stayed on the ground, my own rifle poking out of a bit from the bushes. I could see my father's friend, Paul Newman, and his family across the way, hiding in the woods on the opposite side of the station. They would have no place to run. Night soon fell, and everyone decided it would be safe to sleep. They would hear the car pull in if they arrived in the middle of the night. Graywin's mind kept wandering to the visions she had the night before. I can't sleep. Not when those eyes keep flashing in my mind. As the sun began its early descent into the sky, a car pulled into the station. Inside, Graywin could make out two young men sitting there. The driver of the car soon got out. He pushed back his dark hair out of his face. He is so handsome. His buddy got out of the car not long after. He was just as good looking as his friend there. I wish we didn't have to stop until we were there. I don't feel safe here, the driver said. Yeah, I don't like it here either, his buddy said, with a deep accent. Wait, that voice. He has an accent. What accent is that? Jack, just do me a favor. Get back in the car. I'll feel better if you were in there. Mark, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I need some fresh air. Plus, I think every part of my body has gone to sleep. Sorry, I'm not going to try to do Jack's accent. Can't really do a really good Irish accent. I mean, I've done it with the imitating their intros, but it's not that easy for me to get the accent, so I'm just going to read like I normally would. Okay, just don't stray too far from the car. I'll go inside and pay for the gas, Mark said, heading towards the store. I couldn't help myself. My curiosity grew stronger the longer I hid behind the bushes. I had to investigate what was going on here. I silently made my way closer to the station. As soon as I had reached the building, a bullet came whizzing by me, mere inches away from my shoulder, and it landed in the ground. Panicked, I grabbed my pistol from its holster on my hip. When I turned around, I saw my parents had awoken. A shuffle of leaves near me brought back my attention to the mysterious men, but when I turned back around, there wasn't a man standing in front of me, but a magnificent wolf. His blue eyes were glowing in the shallow sunlight as they looked. His blue eyes were glowing in the shallow sunlight as they locked onto mine. Alright, so that's the end of chapters 3 and 4. I hope you enjoyed the story so far. If you are, don't forget to hit that like button down below. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Raywind is out of here. Bye-bye!